Greetings and welcome to lecture number 7 on fluid dynamics. This lecture, we are going to discuss how to measure the discharge to the pipe using venturimeter. It is an application of Bernoulli's equation. So venturimeter is one of the most important practical application of Bernoulli's theorem. It is an instrument used to measure the rate of discharge in a pipeline and is often fixed permanently at different sections of the pipeline to know the discharge there. So venturimeter has been named after the scientist Venturi. In 18th century, he was an Italian engineer. So this is a pictorial view of venturimeter. It may have different orientation. That is based on its orientation. Venturimeters are classified as horizontal venturimeter, vertical venturimeter, and inclined venturimeter. So this is a horizontal venturimeter which is actually fitted to the pipeline. It mainly consists of three parts: a short convergent part, then a cylindrical throat and divergent part. So the optimum dimensions of the venturimeter, the angle of convergent is 20 degree, angle of divergent is 5 to 7 degree. Then the length of the throat, that is equal to diameter of the throat. The pressure tappings are provided at the inlet section and throat section. It works on the principle that if we reduce the cross section of the flow passage, the pressure difference is created. So here the cross section of the flow passage is reduced, then the pressure difference is created, and measurement of this pressure, because the pressure tappings are provided, and measurement of this pressure difference enables us to discharge to the pipe. So this way we can measure the discharge to the pipe. So it is fitted with the help of flange arrangement here. So this we can say this is the flow. Obviously we can recognize, obviously the flow is in this direction. So this is convergent cone, then divergent cone. It's actual installment of venturimeter, the big pipeline. So it is used for measuring the discharge to this particular pipeline. Now we will discuss how to calculate the discharge when this is a closed conduit. So how to calculate the discharge using venturimeter, that we will discuss. That is by using the expression of venturimeter. Now here the angle of divergent is less than angle of convergent, because if there is a sudden exit, then there is the possibility of separation here. To avoid the separation, that gradually the angle is increased so that there will not be any separation taking place. So diameter of the throat, generally the pressure here is the lowest. So while designing venturimeter, we have to make sure that pressure there should not fall below the vapor pressure of the liquid. Because if it falls below liquid, vapor pressure of liquid, the bubbles generate here, and these bubbles may collapse at the high pressure region, and it may corrode this particular part of the cavitation happens. So to avoid that, while designing a venturimeter, this care has been taken that the pressure here, especially for volatile fluid like petrol, and if we have to design a venturimeter for petrol flow, then the care must be taken that pressure here should not fall below the vapor pressure of the petrol. So this is about the brief introduction about the venturimeter. Now we'll see how to measure the flow rate using a venturimeter. So for that, we consider this is a cross section of the our flow passage of venturimeter. So this is inlet section 1. This is the throat section 2. And the pressure difference at these two sections is measured with the help of differential U2 manometer. This is a manometric fluid. And we'll see the figure shows a venturimeter fitted in an inclined pipeline through which a fluid is flowing. Let D1 is the diameter of the inlet or diameter of the pipe, we can say. Similarly, the area A1 is the area of the inlet. Then P1 is the pressure at section 1. V1 is the velocity at section 1. Similarly, D2, A2, P2, and V2 are the corresponding values at section 2, that is at the throat. Now, we can apply Bernoulli's equation between 1 and 2. So with the application, that is, this is the Bernoulli's equation, not a modified Bernoulli's equation. So if we apply Bernoulli's equation at 1 and 2, that is P1 by gamma plus V1 square by 2ig plus Z1, that is equal to P2 by gamma plus V2 square by 2ig plus Z2. Now P1 by gamma plus Z1 minus P2 by gamma plus Z2. So we take this pressure terms and Z terms here. So this is nothing but piezometric head at section 1. We already discussed this term in while discussing Bernoulli's theorem. This is piezometric head at section 2. That is equal to V2 square minus V1 square upon twice G. Now, in this case, this particular head is nothing but H. So this H here is small h actually. So this H is the pressure difference in piezometric head. Now, if the YouTube differential manometer is used to measure at this particular point, it directly gives this value. That is YouTube differential. That is the beauty of YouTube differential manometer. Is directly gives difference in piezometric level. So if the pressure gauges are fitted here, then pressure gauges only gives the values of P1 and P2. Then we have to measure the elevation at these 2 points in order to calculate this difference in piezometry. But in this particular situation, it directly gives the H value. That H is the difference in piezometric head. So that we can calculate by using the manometer readings. That is, this is not H actually. This is the deflection of manometric fluid. The H is actually calculated by using the expression that is H into bracket 1 minus Sm by Sl minus 1. So that we have already studied in pressure measurement session. You can watch that again, how to calculate the H value using the deflection of manometric fluid. So this is about H is equal to V2 square minus V1 square upon pi G. Now, according to continuity equation, A1 V1 that is equal to A2 V2. So we can put V1 in terms of V2 and putting this value here and simplifying, we'll get V2 square into bracket 1 minus A2 square by A1 square. Again, rearranging, we get V2 is equal to A1 under root 2GH upon under root A1 square minus A2 square. So this is just a mathematical rearrangement after square root on both sides. Then this is about V2. So according to continuity equation, Q is equal to A2 V2 because, and then we put the value of A2 here. So the expression only multiply by A2, this expression will get this discharge value. Now, while deriving this particular expression, we have considered Bernoulli's equation. Bernoulli's equation doesn't take into account the losses encountered. So whatever the discharge provided, so that discharge is under the ideal conditions and is called as a theoretical discharge. Actual discharge Q actual, which is less than theoretical and which is given by Q is equal to CD into Q theoretical. So some losses are there and that losses are encountered in this particular CD value. So where CD is called as the coefficient of venturimeter or the coefficient of discharge, we can say, and its value is generally less than unity. Most of the cases, because of its divergent section, the losses encountered are less. So its value varies from 0.96 to 0.98. And due to variation of CD, venturimeters are not suitable for very low velocities. So because this CD value also varies with the flow rate. So it is generally suitable for a medium and high velocity. So this is the expression of Q that is called as a Q actual, we can say. So the actual discharge is calculated by using this expression. So as per the principle, H is the difference in piezometric head that is measured by using manometer or YouTube differential manometer. That means only variable in this equation is H. So according to the principle, if we reduce the cross section of the flow passage, the pressure difference is created and measurement of this pressure difference enables the discharge to the pipe. So only we have to measure this pressure difference, that is in terms of H. So H is nothing but difference in piezometric head in meter of flowing fluid. So if you substitute the H value, because other A1, A2, these are the areas of areas at 1 and 2 respectively. And CD value in most of the venturimeter devices, it is come along with that. During the calibration, this is obtained. So this value also known to us. So only by putting the value of this H, we can calculate the discharge. So this is as simple as it is. So without collecting the water. So even in a closed loop, we can measure the discharge to the pipeline using this venturimeter. So this is one of the very important practical device which is used for measuring the discharge through pipeline. Now we'll see some numericals related with venturimeter. Now here the horizontal venturimeter with inlet and diameter 200 and throat diameter is given, that is 100 mm, is used to measure the flow of water. The pressure at the inlet is given, that is 0.18 Newton per mm square, and the vacuum pressure is given, which is 280 mm of mercury. Find the rate of flow and the value. The value of CD may be taken as 0.98. So whenever there is a numerical on venturimeter, remember that the formula it only restrict with only one formula, that is Q. So if the CD value is given, we can directly write that particular formula, that is Q is equal to CD A1 A2 under root 2 GH upon under root A1 square minus A2 square. So Venturi meter problem is only related with this expression. So without this expression, we cannot solve the problem. So wherever there is a problem on venturimeter, don't forget to draw a venturimeter and write the expressions. So even minimum you can do this. So even in some cases you won't get time to complete the paper, and if the numerical is on venturimeter, quickly you draw the diagram of schematic diagram of venturimeter showing the pressure gauges, because here the pressure gauges are used, not the YouTube differential manometer, because pressure directly given at the inlet and outlet. So this diagram correct and this equation, that is sufficient. Now we'll see what is given. Inlet diameter is given D1. Throat diameter is also given D2. Inlet pressure is given, that is Newton per mm square. So we have to convert into Newton per meter square. So here converted into Newton, kilonewton per meter square. Pressure at throat, that is given in some mm of mercury. So convert by rho GH. So rho is density. So here it directly comes 37.35 kilonewton per meter square. So this is specific gravity actually, but 1000 divide, if we divide by 1000 for making it kilonewton, that's why 13.6 directly. This is G and this is 0.28, that is height H. So with the help of hydrostatic law, we can calculate the pressure at throat, that is 37 minus 37, because it is a vacuum pressure, so minus sign is there. CD value is also given. Now in this case, H value is not directly given, because as the pressure gauges are there, we have to calculate the H value. So area first we calculate area with the help of diameter D1, A2 with the help of diameter D2. Then H is equal to P1 by gamma, because this is a horizontal pipeline. So as the if it is inclined pipeline, then we have to use the difference in piezometry. In this case, actually H is the difference in piezometric head. But in this particular case, Z1 is equal to Z2, that get cancelled. That's why directly written that P1 by gamma minus P2 by gamma. So P1, P2 value known to us. So immediately we can put the values here. If this is in kilo Newton per meter square, this gamma value as it is for water, just check it. It is used for water measuring flow of water. So flow of water, that 9.81 kilonewton per meter. So here you have to be careful while putting the values of P1 and gamma, P1, P2 and gamma. So H comes, that is 22.15 meter. Then we can put the values of A1, A2, H and CD. We can calculate discharge. So rate of flow through this particular pipeline, that is 0.165 meter cube per second. So this way we can calculate the discharge to the pipe only by measuring the pressure difference across inlet and the throat. That's it. Putting the value of this difference in piezometric head here and calculate the discharge. Second, that is again for horizontal. Now here, instead of pressure gauges, the differential YouTube manometer is used. So this gives the deflection. So horizontal venturimeter with inlet diameter and throat diameters are given. The reading of the differential manometer connected to the inlet is 180 mm of mercury. So HM is given, that is of mercury is given. So actually the H is directly not given, it is a deflection, it is not H. So we have to calculate H. So assuming 3% head loss in between the inlet and throat. So head loss is given. So CD value is not directly given, but first of all, we'll write the given quantities. Inlet diameter D1 is given, D2 is given, that is 100 mm. Deflection of manometric fluid X is given in this case, that is 180, that is 0.18 meter. This diagram is taken directly from Google, that's why here this deflection is called as X, because as per our notation we call this as a X. So this is X is equal to 180 mm, that is 0.18 meter. So write the expression of, so the diagram and expression. First of all, we'll write the expression. Now in this expression, CD and H value are still unknown because X is given, this is not H. So first of all, we'll calculate the areas A1, A2. Then H value we calculate by using the expression of YouTube differential manometer in terms of X. X is given because H is equal to X into bracket Sm by Sl minus 1. Sm is the specific gravity of manometric fluid, which is mercury 13.6. This is water 1. So X is given, that is 180 mm. So H we can calculate, that is 2.268 meter. Then we have to calculate CD as well. So head loss, that is 3% of H. So head loss is given. So as per the definition of CD, it is actually under root H is there. So under root H, so CD is the actual discharge upon theoretical discharge. Now actual discharge is Q under root H minus HL, because actual discharge is less by the losses are reduced. And theoretical discharge is Q under, because these all are the constants. So Q is proportional to under root H. So CD is Q actual upon Q theoretical. So instead of actual, it is under root H minus HL, and theoretical is Q is proportional to under root H. So under root H. So by using the expression of coefficient of discharge, it is actual discharge upon theoretical discharge. This is actual discharge. So this CD value we can calculate. So we have a CD value is 0.985. Now putting all the values, that is CD, H, A1, A2, we can calculate the discharge. That is 0.0532 meter cube per second. This is actual discharge to the pipe. So where the CD value in this numerical is not directly given, but the percentage losses are given. So first of all, we'll calculate H, and HL is 3% of the total, 3% of the head. Sometimes this head loss is given in terms of velocity head. Now in this case, it is given 3% of the head is lost. So between inlet and so this is the measure. So in order to calculate CD, we use this information. Then we take one problem on vertical venturimeter. So its arrangement is vertical. Now this is inlet 1, outlet. Now this is also a way of describing the dimensions of venturimeter. That is 200 mm by 100 mm. That obviously 200 mm is the diameter of in the inlet. 100 mm is the diameter at the throat. It's provided in a vertical pipe carrying a water flowing in the upward direction. A differential mercury manometer connected to the inlet and the throat. It gives the deflection that is 200 mm. So the H value is, sorry, X value is given, deflection of manometric fluid. Find the rate of flow, CD value is given. So again, inlet diameter is given, outlet throat diameter is given, deflection is given. We can write the formula, CD value is directly given. So A1, A2, H value we can directly calculate. Now here, no need to measure Z values. If the pressure gauges are used, then we have to put the value of Z1, Z2 as well. But here, that is the beauty of manometer, because manometer takes into account the elevation as well. So if we calculate this H, this particular case, the manometer gives difference in piezometric head, because Z1 and Z2 are there. So this is the difference between Z1 and Z2. So we can calculate H because all the values known to us similar to the previous problem. Here mercury is used as a manometric fluid that we can easily recognize with the help of the description because the differential mercury manometer is given. Means manometric fluid is mercury. So that is 13.6. 1 minus 1 x is 0.22. We get the value of H. Then putting all the values in above expression for calculating Q. Next problem here again a vertical problem. Here the manometer again the manometer is used. Again, the dimensions of the venturimeter is provided in a vertical pipeline. Now, in this case, it carries oil, not water. Previous all problems, water was there. Here, it carries oil, and the specific gravity of the oil is also given. Flow is being upward. The difference in elevation of the throat and the entrance section is given. So this 300 diameter is given, but it is not at all required. Maybe it is required for calculating the pressures. But while calculating H, it is not required because it is provided with the venturimeter. And this is called as a deflection. So the differential U-tube differential manometer shows a gauge deflection of 250. This is X value. Calculate the discharge pressure difference between these 2 points. Pressure intensities are asked. So for that we require this elevation, Z2 minus Z1. Take coefficient of venturimeter is 0.92 and specific gravity of the mercury, that manometric fluid, is 13.6. Even though it is not given, we can consider because this is a standard fluid. So again, similarly, the diameter at inlet, diameter at throat, given, it is actually 0.15 meter. Deflection of manometric fluid, that is 250. Here it is a printing mistake. X is 0.25 meter. CD value given, that is 0.98. Now here the gamma value is liquid, that is 0.9 of 9810. So gamma value is not 9810, that is for only water. Now, as usual, we write the expression of Q. In this case, we check which quantities are given. So, similarly, we can calculate A1, A2 first because diameters are given. Then H value we can calculate by using the given information X into bracket. Then H value is this. So putting all this value, we can calculate the rate of discharge. First part is we already discussed as per the same procedure. Now the pressure difference we have to calculate because H is also called as a difference in piezometric head. So we rearrange this P1 minus P2 by gamma plus Z1 minus Z2. So this is 3.53 meter. This value is known to us. And the pressure difference that is P1 minus P2 that we have to determine. So gamma value is also given. So putting Z1 minus Z2 in this case, this is Z1, this is Z2. So that is the distance between two pressure tappings we have to consider. So Z1 minus Z2 is, so here you have to be careful. Z1 is 0, Z2 is 300. It is minus 0.3 meter we have to consider. And then by rearranging, we can calculate because Z1 minus Z2 is minus. So P1 minus P2 by gamma is 3.83. Pressure difference multiplied by this gamma value, 8829. We get this value, that is 33.8 kilometer per meter. So this way we can calculate the pressure difference here. This is another variety. Almost we are covering all the varieties. Now here we consider the inclined pipeline and with inverted U-tube parameter. So determine the rate of flow of water through a pipe of 300 mm diameter. So this is section 1 of 300 mm. Placed in an inclined position where the venturimeter is inserted. Having a throat diameter is given, that is 150 mm. And the difference of pressure between the main and throat is measured by liquid of specific gravity 0.7 in an U-tube differential manometer, inverted U-tube differential manometer, which gives the reading, that is X value is 260 mm. The loss of head between the main and throat is 0.3 times the kinetic head of the pipe. So now in this particular case, we have to stick with the first principle because the loss of head is not given in terms of head, it is given in terms of kinetic head of the pipe. So that is 0.3 into V1 square by 2G. So first of all, write the given quantities, diameters, both diameters are given, deflection is given. So here we have to apply the Bernoulli's equation between. So in this particular situation, if the loss of head, if CD is not given and the loss of head is given in terms of kinetic head, then we have to solve the problem using the first principle, that is considering HL. So we apply the Bernoulli's modified Bernoulli's equation between 1 and 2 because directly loss is given. So instead of this, we can put the 0.3 V2 square by 20. So we take P1 by gamma plus Z1 minus P2 by gamma plus Z2. So this term together, because together this H value we can calculate using this expression of inverted U2 parameter. So V2 square by 2G minus V1 square by 2G plus HL. Now H, this is called as H. So we call this as a difference in physiology. V2 square by 2G minus V1 square by 2G. And HL, that is the head loss is given. So the head loss between inlet and throat is 0.3 times kinetic head of the pipe. This is the kinetic head of the pipes because I have velocity. Kinetic head means the velocity at pipe is V1. So it is V1 square by twice G and multiply by 0.3. So rearranging this, we get this is 0.7 times. Now, according to continuity equation, H is equal to, so this H we can calculate using differential U2 parameter, inverted U2 differential parameter, which gives H is equal to X into bracket exactly reverse 1 minus Sm by Sm. So by putting the value, Sm is a smaller value than Sm because the flowing fluid is thicker than the this parametric fluid. Then inverted U2 parameter. It is a condition for inverted U2 parameter. The specific gravity of manometric fluid must be less than specific gravity of fluid. Same. So you can calculate H as flowing water is as the flowing fluid is water, so it is liter of water. So this H value known to us. Now V1 according to continuity equation, Q is equal to A1 V1, that is equal to A2 V2. So V1 we can put in terms of V2, and so putting the values of areas, we have this relation between V1 and V2. So V1 we put here in terms of V2 and resolve. So A1 is this, A2 is this, so that is V1 is equal to V2 by 4. Then V2 we can directly calculate by putting the value of V2, V1 in terms of V2 and solving. We get V2 is equal to 1.26 meter per second. So Q is equal to A2 V2, and finally we can calculate the rate of flow. Q is equal to 0.0222 meter cube per second. So this is called as calculation of discharge using first principle. Without using the expression of discharge, we have solved this problem. So this particular methodology we have to use when the CD value is not given, or if the CD the loss value it is given in terms of kinetic head of the inlet pipe, or the kinetic head of any other relation may be given. In that case, we have to stick with the first principle, and in that case, we have to use the modified Bernoulli's equation because losses are given. So this method is called as solving numerical using first principle. So these are the different numericals. So almost we have covered most of the numericals. So you stick with these numericals. If you understand all these numericals, you will be able to solve the numericals. End of this particular session, you will be able to describe venturimeter, its working principle, its different orientations, and derive an expression of discharge to the venturimeter. So venturimeter, it works on the principle that if we reduce the cross section of the flow passage, so intentionally the area of the pipe is reduced in order to create the pressure difference, and measurement of that pressure difference enables to determine the discharge. So once we develop the expression of discharge, then using that expression we can calculate the discharge through venturimeter for various situations. Wherever the venturimeter is connected to different orientation pipes, we have discussed horizontal, vertical, Sometimes venturimeter is fitted with pressure gauges. Sometimes it is fitted with differential manometer, inverted tube differential manometer. In all this situation, how to calculate the discharge we have discussed. So even if you understand this particular, all these numericals, you will be able to calculate the discharge in practical situation as well. So with this, we have completed this session. Thank you very much.